Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to share my January luxury beauty favorites. I am a bit behind, but better late than never. I just wanted to go ahead and document my January favorites. As we are moving forward, I'm hoping to have my favorites a little closer to the beginning of the month, but I have just had a busy start to January and I'm finally getting around to it. But I have a lot of really fantastic favorites from the month of January. So if you are interested in seeing my favorites, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay guys, first things first, I want to give a shout out to my Blissfully Fed detox participants. I was very busy in the month of January, and if you're new to my channel, besides being a bit of a beauty junkie, I am also a holistic health coach, and Januaries tend to be a very busy month for me. This is when people tend to want to get serious about getting healthy and happy after kind of the holidays and such. So I have been busy working with my clients as well as leading my seasonal Blissfully Fed detoxes. This is a program upon which we just eat real food. I call it clean eating at its best, but we had an amazing season and I just wanted to give a shout out to my group for making this season so very special. You guys are amazing, and there was many of you who are actually subscribers who signed up as well, and it was so fun to get to know you a little bit better. So I hope that you're still eating healthy and taking care of yourself. But that would be one of my favorites for the month of January, was being able to lead as well as participate in my own sort of 14-day program upon which we eat healthy food, support each other, and really focus on a little bit of self-care. So that was so much fun, and I'm already working on my spring detox, so I'll keep you in touch as to when that is coming up. But just wanted to give a little shout out to all the amazing people who participated. Thank you, thank you. As I always say, it's you guys that make it so special. Next favorite of the month of January is actually something that we talked about in my detox, but I'm a huge tea lover, you guys, and the Magic Hour tea brand has the most amazing teas ever. So let's just take a moment first to kind of look at the beautiful violet apothecary bottles that the tea comes in, and this particular one is Lotus Mind, and you guys, it is so amazing. So number one, the tea is sort of like a beautiful blue, kind of almost tinged purple tea. Smells so amazing, and this tea was recommended by a detoxer, and I just wanted to give Anna a shout out for keying us all into this beautiful tea. So I actually signed up for one of the subscriptions for like a 3-month subscription, and I just really love the idea of this, you guys. Part of one of the things that we are doing during detox is basically incorporating a bit of self-care, and tea was one of these things that really helped me miraculously kind of get rid of some bad habits. So I would substitute drinking nightly wine by subbing it with tea, and I just found that the art and the ritual of tea was such a way to kind of slow down and incorporate a little bit of self-care on a daily basis. And I'm just finding that this Magic Hour tea company is just amazing. The teas are exquisite, but the whole kind of ritual behind it, they have little videos. You can go do a whole little tea cleanse, and I just wanted to give a shout out because not only are these bottles just absolutely beautiful, but the Club Magic Hour truly is a special little ritual that you can incorporate on a daily basis. Kind of take a little bit of time for you, and I just love the blends of these. They taste very clean, very special, and it just is really truly something I would recommend checking out. Now, as far as a foundation favorite for the month of January, I'm gonna have to tell you I'm in love with the CHANTECAILLE. This is the Future Skin Foundation Cushion, and yep, I've been using that pretty much non-stop since I've gotten it, you guys. I just really have always loved Future Skin foundation, as many of you know, and I'm just loving the finish of the new cushion. So number one, the vehicle to put this on is quite easy. I would call this sort of a satin kind of finish, and I just love the way that it feels on my skin, but also the way that it kind of blurs any imperfections, but it still looks like skin. So still been rocking the CHANTECAILLE Future Skin Cushion Foundation. I just think it's fabulous, and I'm so glad because many of you have also purchased it and you are loving it as well, so that always makes me feel good. I always like to give recommendations that you guys are going to absolutely love as well. Another foundation that I have fallen in love with is from LUNASOL, and this is the Glow Balm Foundation, and this was a recommendation from my friend Akka, who has a fabulous Instagram account, Beauty Luxie, and she is a fan of Beauty Gypsy, who I absolutely love, and that is where I purchased this beautiful balm foundation. Now I have used this on camera before, and you guys, this one just gives you a really nice glowy kind of finish, but it also has some coverage to it, so it feels beautiful and moisturizing on the skin. It's definitely sort of a kind of thicker balm, kind of hydrating kind of foundation, perfect for someone who has dry skin and a more mature skin. But the beauty of this balm is that you really can kind of layer it up, and it isn't going to look cakey. It's going to give you a beautiful glowy finish, but also be hydrating. So especially right now when the weather is kind of cold, we are having a snap of snow right now, and I'm feeling kind of dry. This is when I'm going to definitely be pulling out this foundation, because it just is going to hydrate my skin, give me a little bit of glow, a little bit of life to my skin, and I just love it. So this has been my two kind of go-to foundations for the month of January. Now, as far as powder, I do have to tell you, I love this Christian Dior. This is the Forever Cushion powder, and you guys, this is just beautiful. It comes like this, kind of like a real fine mesh here, and it has this beautiful, super finely milled kind of feel to it on the skin. Again, just beautiful way to kind of touch up throughout the day. I like to use this as a finishing powder. It's just going to kind of glide on the skin. It doesn't, you cannot detect powder on the skin whatsoever. So again, for someone who's not a huge powder fan, this has been fantastic. And of course, I do love this beautiful kind of quilted compact that it comes in, and I ended up picking it up in the shade 02. So this has been a fantastic find for the month of January. Then I've got a few Chanel favorites. There's been some fantastic launches from Chanel, and they came out with this beautiful blush and highlighting duo that I absolutely love. So you guys, this has been a definite favorite. I love this color and I love the formulation. So this is the color of the blush, kind of more of a coral tone, and then look how pretty this highlighter is. It is just so gorgeous, and it is not over the top. So you guys, I always say I'm not a huge highlighter girl, but I am becoming one with some of these formulations that are just a little bit lighter to the touch. You can build it up and make it more va-va-voom if you want, but if you're someone like myself who just wants kind of a healthy little glow, you will love this Chanel little highlighter. I just find that it's a pretty color, and I can't wait for spring to kind of actually blossom here, because I feel like these tones just scream spring, and I'm just so excited. So this has been a total win for the month of January and beyond. This is something I've been pulling for. I just find that it gives a lot of life to your complexion, kind of a little bit different. I tend to go for more of those rose and pink tones, and I'm really enjoying that little splash of coral. So absolutely love this. That's been a winner from Chanel. And I also love the Allure Lip Lac. It had launched in number 77, Night Blossom. I'm already a fan of the Allure Lip Lac. I think they are a fabulous formula. They're long lasting, they're hydrating, they kind of stain your lips. They're just fantastic. And Night Blossom is another winner. It is more of a plum toned. It's sort of a beautiful plum tone, and I just love it. Very much in my sort of wheelhouse, but I just love these Allure Lacs. I think they're fantastic. And this new launch from Chanel in Night Blossom was a total winner for me. I also picked up the Hydra Beauty Essence Mist. This is one of these products that I have been wanting to try for a long time because I love any kind of essence or mist. That's one of my favorite kind of skincare slash makeup products that I love to purchase. And you guys, I'm afraid I really love this stuff. So this one has a really fine mist, but you're gonna see it's going to plump up and give my skin a nice little glow just within that quick little spray. So yes, this mist is a bit pricey, but I just have been really liking it, especially right now. When my skin feels a little bit drier due to the colder elements outside. This just is fantastic for a little touch me up, and I'm hoping you can see on camera. It's going to give you a nice little glow. So love the Chanel Hydra Beauty Essence Mist. Definitely recommend this. I think it's fantastic. Now for the month of January, as far as an eye quad, I fell in love with the Mercurial. And this is the Mercurial Eye Quad from Tom Ford. And if you do not already own Nude Dip and Honeymoon, you are going to love this one. So basically the top two shades are similar to Nude Dip shades, and then the bottom two shades are similar to Honeymoon. Now I do have Nude Dip, but I don't have Honeymoon, and my Nude Dip was several years old and one of my colors had popped out. So this was the perfect excuse for me to pick up this Mercurial Eye, and I've just been loving this eye quad. I find it to be super versatile. It is a swatch of the Mercurial Eye, and I think what I love about this is that you can do kind of a simple, really easy eye with just these two top colors. You can intensify and create a really beautiful smoky eye with the two deeper colors. So it's finding that this is super versatile. It makes for a gorgeous eye, and of course it has that same Tom Ford quality that we love and expect from his eye quads, and this one does not disappoint. So again, if you do not already own Nude Dip or Honeymoon, this is something I would definitely recommend. Next up, a favorite of January was the House of Sillage. This is the gorgeous coral lipstick case. You guys, is this just so much fun? I love this color. It makes me smile every time I look at it. This has been my go-to lipstick, and I put in the shade Nude Sakura. And you guys, this is such a beautiful nude color, and I've been having fun kind of adding in a little bit more of these peach toned kind of nudes, and Nude Sakura is just the most perfect kind of peach blossom nude. So another favorite for January. I just am in love with this fun poppy color. Love that lipstick shade as well. Okay guys, believe it or not, I have an eyebrow pencil that I'm just in love with. This is from Gucci, and this is their powder eyebrow pencil. I have it in number 4 BRUN, and it's basically a powder eyebrow pencil, and I just have really fallen in love with this. I feel like it creates a really soft and natural brow. It has got a little spoolie on the other end, just like you would expect. But as many of you know, I don't do my brows on camera much just because I'm not the best at doing them. But I have found that this is just like a perfect little tone just to kind of clean up on those outer edges where I'm kind of having some thinning eyebrows, and I'm able to just kind of brush through my eyebrows and make them look kind of natural but frame the face. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying doing my brows due to this pencil. It's just easy enough for sort of a novice like myself. As many of you know, my daughter is fantastic and she is really good at doing brows, so I often ask her to do my brows. But since she's going to be going off to college next year, it's about time that I learn to do my own. And I have to say, I think I'm getting a good start by using this little Gucci powder eyebrow pencils. And of course, the cute little pink packaging doesn't hurt either. We have one more nude lipstick that I want to share with you that is an ultimate favorite. This is from NARS and it's from the Claudette limited edition launch, and this one is in Augustine, and this is a perfect pink taupe nude, right up my alley. I just love the formula of these NARS lipsticks. I've used them for years and this does not disappoint. This is a fantastic everyday kind of nude shade, and definitely would recommend this for anybody looking for a little bit of that kind of pink taupe kind of deeper nude. I think you're going to really enjoy this. Okay, of course we're going to end with some perfumes, and I've got a few beauties to share with you. I finally got my hands on the Angel's Share by KILIAN, and this was one that was total FOMO for me. I tried to purchase this 3 different times, but all of my orders got canceled because it's such a popular fragrance, and for good reason. So I finally was able to pick it up. And if you are someone who likes these kind of cozy, kind of gourmand fragrances, you're going to love Angel's Share. This is a bit boozy. It's got cognac in it. It's got cinnamon. It's got a little bit of tonka in it, as well as sandalwood, praline, and a touch of vanilla. So this is going to be kind of one of those gourmand kind of fragrances, but you guys, it smells so good. It almost has a touch of apple pie in this. Someone described it to me as boozy, boozy, boozy plus apple pie, and that made me laugh because it does have a little bit of apple pie element to it. I think it's that cinnamon. I don't necessarily totally smell like apples per se, but it does have that kind of baking element, like that kind of delicious gourmand kind of scent to it. So the interesting thing is that this dries down into kind of a warm, kind of powdery scent to me. It's got a bit of woods, it's got a bit of woodiness in here, and so to me there's a little bit of lightness to it. Although it is a warm fragrance, the powderiness that it dries down to is not going to be overwhelming or choky or anything like that. But there's almost got a little bit of a lift to it, so it's not cloying, it is not too sweet, but it's definitely in that beautiful kind of boozy gourmand kind of zone. So definitely so happy that I got my hands on this beauty. It is also a compliment getter, so if you are someone who loves perfume and but you also enjoy getting compliments, I think you're gonna love Angel's Share. Then next we have got from MEZENSIR, and this is Poudre d'Or, and that is golden powder. I'm absolutely obsessed with this sophisticated, definitely powdery scent, but it's described as a golden powder for a reason. I feel like it's got this kind of delicate touch to it, a little bit ethereal. It's not too choky. This one is a kind of rich, creamy. It's got a touch of vanilla in here, a little bit of almost like an almond touch to it, but it's got that but it's tempered by that musk. There's something very comforting and enveloping about this food. There's something very comforting, almost sumptuous about this Poudre d'Or. This one also has this beautiful layer of florals in here, but it's not too heady. As I've gotten older, I still love floral fragrances, but I can't wear super strong, heady kind of florals. I need them to have a little bit more balance, a little bit more muted, so I can really enjoy them. And I think between the kind of powdery element here, as well as that musky kind of sandal creamy base, there's just something that makes this very feminine, sophisticated. It's very classy, but it's very comfortable to wear. So sometimes there is these kind of what I consider sort of classic kind of feminine fragrances, but they can be a little over the top, making a grand statement. This fragrance is amazing, but it doesn't scream at you. It's going to be a little bit more understated, a little bit sophisticated. You're going to smell amazing. You're going to feel amazing in this fragrance, but it isn't going to wear you. It's going to kind of mesh and be one with you. And I'm just obsessed. This is like what I would call my go-to everyday kind of fragrance. I just want to feel put together, want to feel sophisticated, want to feel a bit classy, and know that I smell good. I'm going to reach for MEZENSIR Poudre d'Or. And then I've got one more that I need to mention, and this is from Christian Louboutin. This is Rouge. And you guys knew I was not going to be able to resist the beautiful presentation. You have a nice heavy decorative head here, and then we've got the nice red bottle here. Now, Rouge was a kind of surprise for me because when I read the notes, this wouldn't have been the one that I gravitated towards, because when I read the notes, they only really give you 3 notes upon how they describe it on their site. So this is described as sort of a leather scent for women. Of course, any fragrance is unisex, but it has pink pepper, suede, and cedar. No, I love woody fragrances, so I was attracted to the cedar, but leather and I don't always mesh, and so this one kind of is described as more of a suede note, and I would definitely tell you this is a creamy suede note. This is not a strong leathery kind of scent, and then it's got a little bit of spice with pink pepper. Now those are the 3 notes that it's described as. So I wasn't initially attracted to this one, but once I got my nose on it, I kind of fell in love with it because it's interesting and it's got a layer again of these florals in it, but again that's very much muted because it's got that woodiness in there as well as a little bit of spice and then that creamy suede note. So the one thing I've noticed with Rouge is that when you first put it on, it's got almost an aromatic element to it. Doesn't feel super like rich in the moment. As it develops on your skin, it really warms up, and that's where I find the magic is with this one, is that as it warms up, you're going to get this little burst of florals. You're going to get this little layer of florals that comes in. That's going to make it a little bit more feminine, but it's going to have that really beautiful creamy suede note and just a light layer of spice. And this is not going to be overly spicy, you guys. This just warms up so beautifully on my skin, and it just is very like intoxicating. It's got that woody element to it, and it really is a gorgeous fragrance. So I was asked about kind of the leathery nature of this fragrance and if there was any other fragrances that I could compare it to. And the only thing that I can really think of, you guys, would be if I took Rouge Malachite, that's from Armani here, and this one's definitely got some tuberose in here. This one's definitely a floral explosion, kind of based in some amber. This is a longtime favorite of mine. I find it very intoxicating. I love the florals in here, so I would say that we've got the florals of here, and then we've got the suede note from BDK. This is Creme de Cure, and this one has this gorgeous creamy suede note in here. This is leaning more unisex. This one's definitely leaning more unisex, kind of a creamy suede. It's got a touch of woods in here as well. I just love it. So I would say if we took the florals from here and then we add the suede note from the BDK, you would have something semi-similar to this one. So this one just stood out for me because it wears beautifully on the skin. It really has some magic happen. About an hour into this is when the florals kind of warm up on your skin, and it's nice and tempered with that beautiful kind of suede note. So this really is a beautiful fragrance. I would definitely recommend checking it out. And of course, it does not hurt that it comes in an amazingly beautiful bottle. Okay guys, those are my favorites for January. I've got some fun new videos coming your way. We've got some heavy duty eye quads coming up from Suku, DIOR, and a few others. So stay tuned for that. But I did want to go ahead and document January. We've also got a fragrance video coming up that you guys have been requesting, so stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.